Hello everybody, this is Dave again. Back to the same world that we left off on. I'm still playing single player. Um, this is now the official 1.3 release, actually 1.3.1. Patch was released since then. And here we are in my little hidey hole. And yeah, nothing in there. I don't have a lot of stuff, a lot of dirt. Let's go see what happened outside here really quick. It's been a while since I've recorded. Oh my god, what happened here? Oh, somebody went through my world and built stuff. No, actually, I built all this. See, it'd been a while, and I tried recording a few videos, but I don't know. Like sometimes, like if I'm in the middle of the video and I'm trying to do something, I'll forget that I'm recording, and then I'll kind of trail off. I'll forget what I'm saying or forget what I'm doing, and it just didn't work out very well. But I've been to all sorts of places. This is my upstairs home. Loosely based off of the cozy cottage. Oh, I seem to have problems with that. Got plenty of clay. In fact, I completely excavated this entire water area from clay. There's maybe a few more deposits over there, but I have more clay blocks than I know what to do with. And we got a nice little upstairs area up here, nothing too fancy. Just a couple of stoves. Down here, more stuff. Got a bed, got some chests, lots of items, a lot more items. I have been out and about. Got a nice output for my farm, plenty of redstone for my branch mine, lots of potions. Yeah, I got a brewing stand too. Lots of ingredients for my potions. I got plenty of blaze rods, plenty of nether wart. Nether wart was kind of tricky to find. I might even go into the nether and kind of show you how I found all this stuff. Tons and tons of cobblestone. In fact, I got so much cobblestone, I even have another chest in here that has more cobblestone in it. I'm running out of chests down here. I might have to make some upstairs. Or not, because I plan to be moving pretty soon. This is part of the reason I'm doing this video, is to kind of say, kind of as a farewell. I really need to come up with a better design for my doors. So, I found cows way over there, and I got two of them back here, actually three of them. And these are all the descendants of those three cows. Here's my chickens. Lots of chickens now, and of course the original pig farm. This is the first farm that I started up. Those are pigs all over the place. So, yeah, I got lots of items. Eggs. And I have transported the eggs to a good location. And make some of the eggs despawn. That's okay. I can only bring, like, realistically 2 stacks of eggs. Stack being 16. And, yeah, I'll just throw these downstairs. Yeah, we'll do that in a little bit. I got plenty of room here. Just kind of extra slots here. My nether wart farm, I'll be bringing some nether wart with me to the new location too. Here is my enchantment table. Ooh, pretty. And I didn't know if it was really necessary to put like blocks on top of the bookshelves, but bookshelves are flammable, and lightning does strike here from time to time, so it's always kind of nice to make sure I remember to do that. My fancy nether gate. That is where I enter the nether to gather my nether related supplies. My wheat farm, which was the original wheat farm that I had, was about half this size. Somewhere around here there's a skeleton farm. I don't know where that is, but if I dug down I'd probably hit it. But I'm not going there anymore. This is where I've been harvesting my sugarcane, reeds, or bamboo, or whatever they're calling it. I don't know. So yeah, this has been a nice base, home base. I'm pretty happy with it. Very basic stuff. This farm is all manual. Everything around here is manual. I don't have any automatic things going on. Show what the nether looks like. I was really happy with how the nether turned out. And I'm hoping that when I set up my new base of operations, it's going to be way over there. I planned this out, by the way. Let's go to the nether. Downloading terrain. Okay. Now, you can hear the gas, but you can't really see them. I think they're in the other side of this wall. But, one of the first I was like, okay, well I gotta find myself another fortress. Make sure I got my bow and arrow out, just in case. I was like, ah man, I had a nice location. You know, I didn't have to protect my nether gates at all. You know, there might be a ghast or two that might spawn in here, but for the most part, it's pretty well protected. And this is pretty empty as well too. There's some glowstone that I have yet to really harvest around here, so I'll be coming back here again. But I am going to be setting up a new cave home. Interestingly enough, I never seem to see a ghast hang out here. Yeah, sorry, Mr. Pigman, but yeah, one of the first things I noticed is, oh, hey, there's another fortress, and I was so happy. I was like, awesome! You know, find my way up to one of the bases, or one of the support buttresses, or whatever they call it. I'm like, okay, nothing down there, let's go down this way, see if we got anything. I got some more glowstone up there too. Lots of glowstone up there, but that's kind of out in the open. It's like inviting yourself to get hit by gas up there. And gas can destroy glowstone too, which is kind of annoying. And I went through this and I found two, I want to say up here there's a blaze spawner. And I think there's one in one of these directions. Yeah, there's one over here too. So we got a couple of blaze spawners. And tons of nether brick. In fact, I've already gone through one of these aisles and dug it out, so I've got like tons of nether brick back home. Thinking about using it as a material for a treehouse up in the jungle. And let's see, bring it here, because you know, whenever I go to the jungle, the first thing I think of is nether brick. Sounds like a, is that what I think it is? Yeah, stay out of my way. Sorry about that. I just needed to take care of these guys. Ooh. That's right. You don't want them to land on top of you. Okay. I apologize about that. I was like, whoa. Magma cubes or slimes or whatever they call them. I even got a magma cream ball out of that. That was pretty handy. I am starving. I always forget to do that. So, I was really happy, but the one thing I couldn't find in that one, I went up and down, every dead end that I can think of. Is there another one down here? There was, but I think he fell down there. But I couldn't find any nether wart. And I was kind of disappointed. There was like no nether wart whatsoever. And I'm like, well, without the nether wart, I can't make you know, awkward potions. Without awkward potions, I can't make fire resistance potions. So without the fire resistance, I can't fight the blazes really all that effectively, because you can wear the most powerful armor in the world, unless it's like, fire protection to the max. Oh good, this world finally loaded without problems. There's a bug with going back from the Nether. But it's like, unless you're like, uber protected from the blazes, they make short work out of you pretty quick. Catching on fire is never a fun thing. And so I ended up having to dig a hole. I should have stayed in the Nether too, I could have shown the hole. But I ended up going into a hole, or dig a hole in the Nether. And I just started digging in the other direction, thinking, well, I couldn't find anything in that Nether fortress, so I'm just going to go in the other direction, the opposite direction of that Nether fortress, to see if I can find anything. While I'm digging into the hole, I so happen to run right into another Nether fortress. Collect these eggs first. Like, I didn't have to go looking for it, I just ran right into it. I'm like, well, how sweet is that? And within within 10 minutes I find another Nether fortress, and within 5 minutes of finding that Nether fortress, I found Nether work. So I brought some soul sand back with me because I had plenty of that. Made this little farm. I wanted it to be a little bit more sophisticated than that, this with the farm, but this is what I ended up building, and it works. It works actually pretty well. With the new version of Minecraft, you can go ahead and grow Nether in the overworld now. I wonder if they did that for multiplayer, because a lot of multiplayer servers do not have Nether enabled, because apparently the Nether is notorious for consuming a lot of resources, especially when you have players. So I have a new version of Optifine. I looked, didn't see it. I said the Nether is notorious in multiplayer to consume a lot of resources on the server. So a lot of server admins, they have a choice. They can either have more players, or they can have the Nether. And if you don't have the Nether, then you can't really make potions, because then you don't have Nether warts. I saw you, Skelly. You might have disappeared. And, oh, yeah, he did. Well, yes, I will take your bone and arrow, thank you. Yeah, so I've been gathering some resources around here, and I'm not abandoning this place. I'm just moving to a new location, because I found a mountain biome way over there. And it's kind of sandwiched between a swamp biome. There's another jungle biome over there as well, too. This desert biome is pretty cool. I wanted to kind of stay adjoining to this desert biome because there is a desert village over there, and when I go to the mountain biome, or technically it's called the Extreme Hills biome. I'm sorry. When I go to the Extreme Hills biome, I can pick up a few emeralds, hopefully. And even if I don't, I can bring things like paper, or I can bring some of the shoots with me from the sugar cane and make paper. The reason why I built these guys here is I'm going to use them in a future design. I was kind of running out of room in my little peninsula here, and I didn't want to go that way because there was a lot of caves in that area, so it would have been kind of inconvenient to build around. And I kind of wanted to keep everything in the area around the house, so I ended up building these structures above the water, and I think they worked out pretty good. So I'm going to use these in a future design for any future towers I build. Or I might even do it, because since I'm going to go build an Extreme Hills biome, I'm going to take one or two of the hills that are over there and kind of turn it into a natural building of sorts, a natural home. The only reason why this boat is here, because I used the boat to travel over to that little section of the desert over there to harvest sand, make sandstone and glass blocks, bring some of that over too. And ultimately what I'll be doing is I'll be using Nether here as kind of like a portal between my two places, because this is pretty far away. It's in a diagonal, but if you do the math, it's about 1 kilometer, 1,000 meters away roughly. And so this is going to be a good distance for the Nether, because in the Nether terms, it's 1/8 the distance. So that's only like something like about probably realistically about 100 meters in the nether, because it's slightly less than 1,000 meters that way. So as long as it's just far enough apart, there will be 2 nether gates in the nether. Now you got to be kind of careful, because nether gates do not generate evenly in the nether. And sometimes, if people say, well, I'm far enough away, I can build another nether here. The rule of thumb is, like, if you can see a nether portal, don't build another nether portal unless you want to transport to the same nether portal in the nether. I mean, you have to be really far away. I would say a kilometer, like 1,000 meters at least, before you can go ahead and build another portal. But I'm going to do that because it's about that distance, and that way I'll be able to travel back and forth pretty easily between my 2 worlds. I just gotta make note of where my coordinates are in the nether. And when I make my second portal, if I make it down there, as long as I do spawn a second portal in the nether, I need to build a nice little corridor that gets me between the 2 of them safely and quickly. I don't want to have to deal with gas, dashing from one place to the other if I can avoid it. Anything else? No. So my next video, I'll probably start with my voyage over, and we'll see how that goes. It's kind of a bit of a walking distance, because it's not so much a long distance to walk, but there's a lot of intervening obstacles. so I kind of have to be careful about that. But other than that, I think it's going to be pretty fun. And then when I get my nether established portal over there, then I'll start transporting goods between back and forth here. So here you go, my home base. There are many like it. This one is mine. I think it's pretty cool. Kind of like my little experimentation ground. That's the kind of nice thing about the swamp, is there's lots of flat ground, so you can build things like this. It's going to be a little trickier to do that in a biome. I'm going to have to get more creative. And I might steal a few ideas from Etho Labs to maybe do an underground cow farm, wheat farm combination thing or something like that. Cows are kind of important because they provide leather, and leather is useful for a few items. And also I want chickens. Chickens have feathers. With feathers I can make arrows. And the only other reliable source of arrows in this game, other than chickens and flint, is going to be skeleton dungeons. And I have not found one yet. But I found a new cave system over there, so hopefully, I might find a skeleton farm if I'm lucky. And if not, I'll just set up a chicken farm, find myself a nice supply of gravel, and start making flint and feathers, and make myself some arrows. That's where these guys came from. Alrighty, folks. Well, the video's getting kind of long, so I just kind of thought I'd show you what it looked like, and I hope you have a good day. Alright, thanks.